Hello and welcome to Vendor Corner on Universal UHTv Television. Today is the 26th day of April and we are here at the Mpoji roundabout. I can see a vendor stand here and that's exactly where we're going to be doing the analysis this morning. I am your host, Obidi Marco. Keep watching. Okay, we are now at the vendor table and you can see we have quite a lot of papers here. We have some state tabloids. We also have some national papers here. But we're going to start with the state tabloids as usual. I have with me here a young man who is going to be doing the analysis with me this morning. I have Mr. Duru Kizito. Duru Kizito, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you, Ako. It's my pleasure.
I also have members of the Free Readers Association here that are going to be joining us in the analysis. Okay. So let's start with the white paper. Okay, that's today's edition. That's the white paper here. It's a local tabloid, and it has a big caption here. It says, Ayazu Ezinitembi Federal Constituency stakeholders endorse Emeka Chinedu to go unopposed for party primary, with a writer describe him as a performing MP. Okay, another caption here says Heartland players locked out of hotel over 0.7 million owed bills. Another one, Ugonna Ozuribo Osbi joins PDP, declares to run for second term as stakeholders agree to reward him with return mandates. We also have another one here, says illegal refinery explosion at Ohaji Wema. Okorocha calls for panel of inquiry, describes loss of over 100 lives as worrisome and disheartening. Kizito, let me start with you. I know you're a sports enthusiast. Usually sports is our last story, but let's start with you today, maybe on a different style. It says the Heartland players locked out of hotel over 700,000 owed bills. Are you aware of this story and what do you make of it?
Yeah, Ako, the gory pictures of, sorry pictures of Heartland players being stranded in one of the hotels in the city, made the headlines on social media, and it was a very negative story. And it is not the first time this season that our club, Heartland FC, have been in the news for the very wrong reason. You look at the standings in the Nigeria Professional League, they are at the last. And they are failed to win their last, in their last 10 games, they have won 2 and drawn 1. And that is very poor from them. At a point, the players threatened to go on strike because of some unpaid salaries and bonuses. And this has compounded to what is going on, in the club. The deputy speaker of Imo House of Assembly was given the nod by the governor to take charge of this club, and since then it has been from one sorry story to another. The commissioner for youth and sport will always come on air to make some claim that there is no bill, they are paying the player, but this is this story has said that has shown that whatever he has been saying has been a lie, and this club needs to get back to winning ways. We cannot afford to have this, or the only club in Owerri or in Imo State get relegated this season.
Okay. All right, another story here says Ugonna Ozuribo Osbi joins PDP. With their, it seems the kind of reception they are getting from the APC is pushing them to the PDP, or do you just see it as politics?
Well, I think when you look at the kind of politics the governor is playing in Imo State, where he has shut the door from people who are not loyalists in quote to him, I think the next move for them is to find another party that will accommodate them. And Osbi is one of the performing House of he's on ground. So his declaration to the PDP has been bought with applause from both APC members and PDP members, and him joining PDP will make the opposition party in Imo State strong. I think APC is also.
Some people are going to defect with him as he's defecting?
Of course, he is representing for local government. He has foot soldiers. He had coordinators from APC that's going to join him in PDP. And if you look at the kind of reception he got in his local government, Wangele, it tells you that he was somebody who is he has the grassroots presence, and his people love him irrespective of the party he's going to contest with. Okay.
All right, that's the much we'll take from the white paper. Let's go to another state tabloid here, the Watchdog. We have the Watchdog newspaper here. Let's look at the Watchdog newspaper. That's the Watchdog newspaper, Nigeria Watchdog. Okay, Watchdog has a bold headline here. Olo Nursing School, Princess Zuru plots to come back as provost. With a rider allegedly blackmails successor. PAMSEC of Ministry of Health becomes willing tool. Another caption here says 2023 Ayazu Ezinite stakeholders endorse Emeka Chinedu. Okay, also people jubilate as Ojineke joins Olu Senate race. Okay, killing of 100 in Ohajebema. Yedio Okorocha call for investigation. Imo House of Assembly 2023 group makes case for Okerekanweke. Okay, it's not all about more about politics, I would say. But one striking caption here is the killing of 100 in Ohaji Ebema. Yedio Okorocha call for investigation. We are still mourning the death of over 100 people in Ebema over the illegal bunkering activities in those places. Generally, a lot of views are coming on this issue. What is your take generally on this illegal refinery and this incident?
Well, the act is illegal. I mean, people should be discouraged from anything that will, sabotage national economy. There have been so much has been written and said about illegal bunkering. But, however, it is a loss of life that we are talking about. Over 100. And these are citizens of Imo State, these are citizens of Nigeria. And it is worrisome that the state government have not even deemed it fit to at least sympathize with the families of the bereaved. That is not to say one who should defend what they are doing, but they are dead, and it is a sorrowful atmosphere in the local government, and I think the government should be, should be sympathetic to them. And of course, a task force committee ought to have been set to discourage people who are also into this illegal bunkering to forestall, this ugly incident. It has become a national news, and it's disgraceful that it is coming from Imo State.
So many people are saying that this catastrophe is actually avoidable. Say it was avoidable because we saw in River State when the bull fire, the local language they used to describe it as bull fire, when it became so disturbing in River State, the governor of River State just on weekend, confronted it headlong. He summoned the security agencies and even accused them openly on national television that they are part and parcel of the whole racket. And we saw what happened. They were chased away from River State. And the Imo State, as a neighboring state, shouldn't they at least have known that this was coming to Imo State? The governor and the government, shouldn't they, and the security agencies, shouldn't they have done something proactively to make sure that this thing doesn't happen?
That's what I said. Why I said that the state government should take responsibility for what has happened. They cannot swear or they cannot claim ignorance of what has been happening there. They have a Sepadek here. They have an MD who is from this federal constituency. They have commissioner for petroleum who is from this constituency. They have SA on petroleum. They have a local government chairman in that area. They have security agencies because Seplat and so many oil companies are based there. So security ought to be tied there. And I also believe that you cannot have successful oil bunkers without government or people in government, giving them backing. So this thing couldn't have happened without direct or indirect knowledge of the government, and it is shameful. The government should put a stop to this. We shouldn't, be fed with, sad stories coming from Imo State like this. Because if our neighboring state, River State, tackled it headlong, I think the government should also borrow some strategy to make sure that it doesn't happen again.
Let me hear from our people here. Members of the Free Traders Association. You heard what happened in Ebema, where over 100 people were roasted alive over oil bunkering. What do you make of that development?
What I'm seeing there is the governor is not capable to control the problem in the town. We are just afraid. Even our movement is we are on to God's hand. Even I ran yesterday here at East Junction. I see people run, everybody starting running because we don't know where we are heading to now. This is not local government. Governor called this town local government. It's not local government. If he cannot handle this town, which means he cannot be able to handle local government. Look at the map of the town. As I'm east now, I pass governor to know all those urban areas. If I'm governor, I will know what to do about those problems. Because after God is him. We are suffering. We are afraid of ourselves. Okay. Some people are sleeping tonight because of problem. Because you don't know who is who. You can't talk to a human being now because you don't know what is in his pocket. But to kill innocent, they are killing innocent. That is what I'm telling you. Okay. I want you to know.
You have anything to say about what happened in Ebema? Are you joining the discussion? Are you with us? Okay. You want to say something?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, come on.
Although what happened in Ohaje Ebema, well, I will say it's political.
Okay.
You understand? If our politicians, if they say that they don't know what's happened in Ohaje Ebema, which means they are deceiving us. Because even the soldier, the military, over there we have a lot of security operative. You understand? Out there, because there is an oil area, so you ought to have different type of securities. You know, well armed. So they cannot tell me that they don't know exactly where this bunkering is going on. So they know it. Please, they should do the needful to address the issue.
Okay. All right. Let's go to another. That's the much we take from the Watchdog newspaper. Let's go to the Lead Express. Lead Express, Eastern Lead Express, and it has Owerri Zone Senate. Owerri Zone Senate seat. Owerri Zone Senate seat. Mbata begins consultations. Owerri Zone Senate seat. Mbata begins consultations. With a rider appeals to APC for tickets. Although banks shut down commercial activities, rider insists not to lift Nigeria flag for fear of bandits. Customers shift base to Owerri. All right. Another one says that Nwogu declares for Abombise Ngokbala reps meets LGAs tomorrow. Another one. Imo APC Okorocha's loyalists uncertain of May 27 Supreme Court judgment. Osby joins PDP. Uju Kesilobi set to join. Okay. That's the stories we have on the Eastern Lead Express this morning. So let's talk about the Imo APC Okorocha's loyalists uncertain of May 27 Supreme Court judgment. Of course, everybody is uncertain the judgment between Dan Nwafo and McDonald Ebere, who is the authentic APC chairman in Imo State. But INEC has given May as the end, the last date for all parties to do their primaries and submit them. So what do you think will be the fate of Okorocha's loyalists?
It's a tricky one, going by the date INEC have set for the judgment. It means that both House of Assembly, Guba, House of Reps, Senate, and even presidential primaries might have been concluded by then. And that is what may be, locking around the minds of people, Osby, Pascal Obi, and Kingsley Uju to, be smart enough to join a more stable party to secure their second term ticket. But if the judgment goes against Emeka McDonald-led faction of the APC, it may signal the end of the party in Imo State, because by that time they wouldn't know where to begin or where to end. By that time, the Okorocha faction may not also have that courage to also have conducted primary to have their candidate. So it will be an exercise that will be declared null and void by INEC. So I think Osby, Kingsley Uju, and Pascal will be trying to join a PDP or another party now is best for them. It is.
All right. Let's see if we can take another story from the Eastern Lead. He says, okay. I think that's the story we take from this paper. Let's go to the Nigerian Horn. Let's look at the Nigerian Horn. That's the Nigerian Horn newspaper. Okay. Yeah. Okay. The Nigerian Horn newspaper here, we have a big bold headline here. It says Okigwe Senate seat on Hakim man to watch with a rider Ndubeze Umegara Ararume join race. On Hakim Okigwe Senate seat, Hakim man to watch. Ndubeze, Omegara, Ararume join race. Another caption here says, Imo government to impound Okada operating in restricted areas. Imo government to impound Okada operating in restricted areas. Another caption here says, Ebema illegal refinery fire incident avoidable, says Nyedion. Ebema illegal refinery fire incident avoidable, says Nyedion. And then NNPP inaugurates Imo State Executive. NNPP inaugurates Imo State Executive. And another caption here says, Sam Daddy charges Imo PDP aspirants to work hard, forget endorsements. All right, so let's start with your Okigwe Senate seat. And fortunately, you are from Okigwe zone. So, and the politics of Okigwe zone has its own unique nature, you know. Now, Hakim, it does seem that Hakim wants to throw his heart into the ring. You know, if he eventually does, do you think he's going to, confirm what this paper is saying, that he may be the game changer?
Yeah, from his body language and from rumors that have been making the rounds for the last few weeks suggests that he is not just going to throw his heart into the ring. He also seems to have gotten the blessings of the governor to do so. I mean, becoming the governor's candidate as far as the Okigwe Senate seat is announced. But the fact is that beyond that is Hakim's migration to from Apoga to PDP to APC has whittled his influence in Okigwe zone. His supporters are, clustered across parties that he has gone and, come at. Of course, we want to watch him pick the ticket and see, how far he will go. But it depends also on who he's contesting against with the PDP. Is it Kewulono? Is it Rume Jr.? Is it another person? Or if he's also in the primary, is he going to win Wajoba, who seems to have also declared for the Senate? Or is he also going to win Ndobeza, who is a loyalist to the governor? There are so many things that we play about. I think Hakim, being a former governor, he still have the clout, he still have the charisma, and I think coming there he will, change the political permutation, to a bit.
Okay. All right. Anybody else want to say anything about the Okigwe Senate? You want to say something on it? Hakim contesting for Senate in Okigwe.
Well, Hakim contesting for Okigwe senatorial seat is a good one because I think a lot of people have confidence in him. He's a man at least that can lead the people, that can go there, get what the people want. It's a good move. It's a good move. It's a good one.
All right. Okay, that's the Nigerian, the Daily Horn for today. Okay, so let's look at is this today's paper? Yeah. Okay. Let's go to some national papers now. Let's look at some national papers. Let's start with, do we have the Sun here?
Yes.
Okay, let's take a look at the Sun newspaper. Okay, that's the Sun newspaper. Okay. So the bold headline here says 2023 Jonathan steps up consultation on APC move. 2023 Jonathan steps up consultation on APC move. With riders here. His defection declaration underway. Supporters. Ex-president's plan to recontest national service, says campaign coordinator. All right. Another caption here says that Imo explosion, death toll rises to 150. Imo explosion, death toll rises to 150. Igbo group demands Buhari also demands visit to tragedy sites. Okay. Another caption here says it would be great injustice if I didn't contest Oshibanjo. It would be great injustice if I didn't contest Oshibanjo. Blame military, not Kuka, for Tucano jet delivery delay. NEF replies presidency. That's not an elders forum. Blame military, not Kuka, for Tucano jet delivery delay. NEF replies presidency. 2023, Igbo leaders urge Southeast aspirants to press on with presidential bids. 2023, Igbo leaders urge Southeast aspirants to press on with presidential bid. Okay, so let's look at some of the headlines we have in this paper, especially the controversy trailing the expected ambition of former President Goodluck Jonathan in joining the race for 2023 presidency. What do you make of it?
It's a very tricky one, no one can deny that Jonathan's administration was far, far better than what we have here under Buhari. No one can also deny that he didn't do, at least to an average. And no one can also deny that there is no, a jubilation, anticipated jubilation by his, emergence. But the fact of the matter is that we are clamoring, there is a clamor for a president of Igbo extraction. Why Jonathan could also claim that he is an Igbo man coming from South-South. But the question is that what kind of game are the Northerners trying to use him to play? To go for 4 years and sustain the Southeast or Igbo in general for their 8 years. Because Jonathan is only entitled to 1 tenure. So if he goes there, he is entitled to 4 years, where after with the North would come to say, okay, we have completed our tenure. I think he has had his chance, he has had his time, he did well, he has this applause, and he came down when the ovation is loud. He should allow the Southeast, in the spirit of fairness and equity, to produce the next president of Nigeria. And good enough, the Southeast are not lacking in personnel. Petro be Pius Anyim, the Ebonyi State governor, they are there. What he should play now is a fatherly role, a stakeholder role, playing up that news of Southeast president. He shouldn't allow APC and the Northerners to lure him into this game, because there is no certainty that he will win. And if he fails again, that will be the end of his political career. So I think Jonathan should back out and support an Igbo man to be the president. Okay.
You want to say anything about Jonathan coming to the contest for president?
Well, the only thing I want to say there is that if I'm to advise Mr. Jonathan, the ex-president, I would have advised him to remain the peace ambassador maybe he had been, rather than maybe trying to join this contest again. I mean, I think they will rubbish him. If I'm to advise him, he should forget about running for the second time or the third time. Thank you.
You want to say something about that? You want Jonathan to the contest again? Okay. Anybody wants to say anything about it? Okay. All right. Okay. Give him the mic. Let's have you speak.
To me, I would suggest. Okay. Okay. To me, I would suggest Goodluck Jonathan should support. Should be in PDP and support the person of Mr. P2B. He's a credible man in all ramification to represent this particular state, this particular country, this critical moment. P2B is a game changer. He's capable of changing the economy. He's capable of tackling the insecurity. The man has shown his ability enough during the time he was a governor. In the course of his business, he has done well. So there is no doubt. Goodluck Jonathan coming out now to contest. Why? It's only one time he will serve. I don't know the possibility of him winning the election, and it will go a long way in dividing us with the South. The Southwest, I think they are not going to support him, and the Southeast have supported him during his own time. It's our own time now. South should rally around and support us. And Pa Adebanjo have told Jonathan to allow the Southeast, the Afenifere leaders, remaining the Arewas that are still clamoring to retain the power in the North, which is unfair in the spirit of rotation and equity and fairness. So there is every tendency, I suggest, Goodluck Jonathan, be coming from the South. The Igbos supported him enough. He should support the Igbo presidency now. Thank you.
Okay, yesterday in Abuja, we had there was an outing yesterday by Igbo presidential aspirants. They called it Together We Can. Okay, and at the end of that program, we heard that they were told, all of them, to keep pressing on with their ambitions. Is that a good strategy for us in the Southeast? I thought at the end of that program they would have set up a committee, probably to discuss with them, and probably come up with maybe one person that could be supported by the Southeast for this.
Well, the issue is that we are not looking for an Igbo president. We are looking for a Nigerian president of Igbo extraction. So you want to also present somebody that will be acceptable by the Yorubas, by the Hausas, by Benue, the Middle Belt region. So all of them, it's a good strategy for all of them to keep pressing on. You don't know the one the Northerners will choose, or the rest of Nigerians will choose. If we say, okay, we are going with P2B, what if the other part of Nigeria say we are not comfortable with P2B, we want Pius Anyim? So we have to present our best and urge all of them to continue to contest. At the end of the day, if it favors one person, it is still again to the Igbo nation.
That if all of them keep contesting, for instance in PDP, you have about 5 or 6 Igbo presidential aspirants. If they go for convention against one Northerner from Northeast, one from Northwest, and at the end of the day, won't we be sharing our votes?
Well, the
little votes that we can talk about.
The fact remains that politically, when people step down for the order, it's usually 48 hours or 24 hours to the election. For now, they have to keep pushing, at least to maintain relevance in the system, to also negotiate for, appointment and whatnot. But I believe that when it gets to a point that it has to be on the bylaws, no consensus coming from the Southeast, I believe that some candidates from the Southeast will step down for, another person from the Southeast. But for now, we have to encourage them to keep pushing and campaigning.
Okay. Anybody wants to say something on this? Okay, I saw you nodding your head at that time. You want to say something on this Igbo presidency, all these Igbo presidential aspirants? Do you think they should be, narrowing down to pruning down to one person, or should they all continue to keep pushing on, all of them?
Well, oftentimes, anytime opportunities like this come up, you see a whole hell of people coming out to come and contest. And that usually disturbs whatever we want to do, the Igbos want to do. So I would suggest let them narrow it down to one person. Because at the end of the day, even after a convention, one person has to rule. Let them narrow it down. Let them have an understanding. And then to it, I will also say the Igbos have suffered a lot. They have suffered a lot. If you look around, you now find out that other ethnic groupings, during one time or another, had produced the president. But we have not produced the president. I just keep asking myself, why? Is it because we were defeated in the war? So let them give an opportunity to an Igbo man.
The war was declared no victor.
No victor, no vanquished. Yes, very good. So it was not to say that we were defeated. It was no vanquished, no victor. So what I'm trying to say in effect is that let them give an opportunity to an Igbo man this time around. Let them give an opportunity. And before they give an opportunity, let them pick somebody very credible, somebody who is an intelligent person. I can point one or two persons. For instance, I can say something like Obi of Onitsha.
I wanted to ask you now.
Yes.
If peradventure they watch this clip and they come back to you and say, who do you recommend for us? Who will you say?
Obi is full of wisdom. He has an experience. Okay, he has an experience. The issue of presidency does not come with making a lot of noise. It's wisdom. So I would have suggested let them give an opportunity. And he's somebody who is well-grounded administratively and financially, so that there is no way he does not fit in into the something.
Okay, that's the Daily Sun. Let's look at the Nation newspaper. Okay, that's the Nation newspaper for today. Let's look at the bold headline. It says Southeast for President, promoters disown Wike Amechi. Southeast for President, promoters disown Wike Amechi. PDP governors, aspirants reject consensus candidates. PDP governors, aspirants reject consensus candidates. Another caption here says that Disco's TCN trade blames over poor power supply. Disco's TCN trade blames over poor power supply. Another caption here says that Tinubu Bakindo condole with Imo on refinery fire. Tinubu Bakindo condole with Imo on refinery fire. APC begins sale of farms in Abuja State. APC begins sale of farms in Abuja and State. Okay, another caption here says IPOB members vow to continue enforcement of sit at home. IPOB members vow to continue enforcement of sit at home. With a rider here, streets deserted, businesses shut in Imo, Anambra, Enugu, Abia, Ebonyi residents ignore directive. Okay, let me come to you now on the Southeast for President promoters. They said they have disowned Wike Amechi. We had Ohanes and Igbo saying that the aspiration of Wike and Amechi is dead on arrival, that they cannot be taken as a mandate for the Igbos. But are they not Igbos? What's your take?
Yes. These two persons, as a matter of fact, come from South-South. And South-South sometime had produced a president in the name of Jonathan, isn't it? So I think it is proper also this time around to give us the opportunity, to give the Igbos the opportunity to now produce a president of Igbo extraction. We are no slaves. We are human beings. We are from this country. You understand? And we have a very big stake in this country, economically and otherwise. So I do not see why we have to be treated in this manner from year to year. Even if the ravages of war is still hanging around, it is better we forget it and put it behind. You see, so let them give somebody from Igbo land, and from the southeast, from Igbo land, from the southeast, somebody who speaks Igbo language. You understand? My name is Mr. Igbo.
But this one is a nation weekend. He speaks Igbo.
Forget that. I said they come from south. The country is zoned, isn't it? These ones are south, southeast. South had produced. You understand? Southwest had produced. Northeast, northwest, all these places have produced. Southeast has not produced. And they have a lot of things in their head. So let them give them an opportunity to. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Come forward. Let's have your take. The Southeast presidential promoters disowning Wike and Amechi.
If you are clamoring that the North have had Buhari for 80, it should be zoned to the South. Equity is also that you come to the southern region of Nigeria and also look at the geopolitical zone that has not produced the president, and that is Southeast. Jonathan went for at least 6 to 7 years, and if it's coming to the South, Obasanjo has represented the Southwest. It should naturally come to Southeast. It doesn't matter whether you are speaking Igbo or not. Equity and fairness demands that Ebonyi, Abia, Anambra, Imo, and Abia State, that the next president of Nigeria comes from one of these states.
But we have seen governors from the Southeast, the governor of Abia State and the governor of Enugu State, they are supporting Wike. So, I mean, doesn't mean we don't even we don't support ourselves.
Well, the truth of the matter is that politics is a game of interest. And there is something we did not do right from the Southeast. Immediately Buhari won his second term, we should have started that time to clamor for Southeast president. It appeared that Southeast president, the clamor for Southeast president became, very loud. Immediately Peter Obi picked his presidential form, and it was as if he was even forced to go pick the ticket. But if we had begun that campaign from 2019 and said after the North it is the South, not just the South but Southeast, I am telling you that Okezi Bazo of Abia State and Ugwanya of Enugu State would not just be supporting Wike, they would also have come out to contest for this presidential slot. You don't blame them, this is where their interest is.
Okay. All right, so let's move on. Let's move on. We have another issue here. It says that IPOB members about to continue enforcement of sit at home. This sit at home. Do you think we need to continue with this sit at home?
Well, the issue of sit at home is something.
This report, I don't know how accurate this report is, because I know that IPOB on its own has cancelled the sit at home, even though people tend to observe it out of fear. But do you think we need to sustain it?
As much as the federal government continues to hold Nnamdi Kanu in captive, this sit at home, whether we want it to be continued or not, it will continue to be an issue. There are Nnamdi Kanu has passionate supporters who believe that whatever he's pursuing is a just cause. It is not just about Biafra now. You also look at the marginalization. Now that it has also become the turn of the Southeast to produce the president, which could be a second option to Biafra. The country is also doing, hanky-panky with it. And these are the things that, causes dissatisfaction and fuel this sit at home. So if you want it or if you don't want it, the fact is that it has come to stay. And there are two things that can stop it. Releasing Nnamdi Kanu. Let him speak to these people who only listen to him. Or you give this country a balanced representation. This is the turn of Igbo man to become the president. And I believe that if an Igbo man becomes the president, he will listen, he will not want the Southeast to be as it is now. He will call these people to order and tell them, we are now in charge. What are your demands? And how do we go about it? And these things will be tabled on a table, and we will use Igbo language to dialogue about. Nigeria has two options: to either release Nnamdi Kanu or listen to the cries of Southeast president. These are the things that will pacify the agitations of IPOB. All right.
Okay, that's the Nation newspaper. Which other national paper is here? Okay, Vanguard. Okay, we have the Vanguard newspaper here. The Vanguard newspaper here. Okay, and it has a screaming headline here. It says, terrorism charge. Nnamdi Kanu rejects secret trial. Heads to court with a rider. Will lay to rest 7-count charge against Nnamdi Kanu legal team. Okay, blame Simon Eba's group for forcibly enforcing sit at home in Southeast IPOB. Another caption says 2023, Buhari deceiving Jonathan, others Adebanjo. 2023, Buhari deceiving Jonathan, others Adebanjo. Imo explosion. Those of them are direct security agents to comb forests. Imo explosion. Those of them are direct security agents to comb forests. 2023, Edo APC aspirants protects directive to drop ambition for G14. Federal government stops striking varsity workers' salary. Federal government stops striking varsity workers' salary. Another caption says, delay in supply of weapons. Blame military conduct, not cooker. NEF tells presidency. All right, another sad one up here says, former minister Graham Douglas dies at 82. Former minister Graham Douglas dies at 82. Another one dead, soldier injured as gunmen attack military checkpoint in Bayelsa. One dead, soldier injured as gunmen attack military checkpoint in Bayelsa. And 2023, I'm most experienced to find lasting solution to insecurity. Amechi, I'm most experienced to find lasting solution to insecurity, says Amechi. So let's come to the trial of Nnamdi Kanu, as reported here. It says Nnamdi Kanu has rejected to be tried secretly. So he's going to court to challenge that decision. What do you think? Okay, maybe I'll start with you.
Well, I think it's a bold step in the right direction, a very bold step. I think we have gone beyond secret trials in this country. We have gone at the level of civilization. We have gone beyond secret trials. You understand? There are governments, especially military governments, that do secret trials. But as it stands now, we are so experienced, we are so exposed, we are so educated, we are in a democracy, we are not supposed to be doing secret trials. So if he demands his right by heading to the court so that all these things will be obliterated, I think it's okay. But I have to say one thing. One of the major reasons place of position in this country, all these things will vanish. They will vanish overnight. You'll be surprised. Sit at home, not sit at home, this and that, they'll vanish. So let the government do the needful. You understand? You read about what happened in Ohaji Ebema. You said something like that. If government goes to partner with these people who are exploring oil, it's an exploration of oil. Most times they change crude oil to what we are using now, and most times it destroys our vehicles, isn't it? If government decides to partner with them and say, let's give a helping hand, improve on what they are doing, this thing wouldn't happen. We don't have a refinery here. You understand? I am not supporting exactly what they are doing, no. I'm not supporting it. But as long as government, yeah, can tap into it, we can tap into it. And I bet you, it's been long this thing has been existing. Why have government not stepped in to now stop it? It's an open place. Is it hidden? So that is the way I look at it.
Well, Nnamdi Kanu's issue is in the public. He has been coming to court with his counsels, and for every adjournment they appear and he also appears and the public follows it. If the federal government wants to employ secret trial, then it will send a wrong signal to not just supporters of Nnamdi Kanu, the Nigeria and the international community. So what he did, the terrorism charge is not a secret offense. It's something maybe it's something.
So far, nobody has interrupted his trial.
Nobody has interrupted it. It has been going smoothly. It has been going. So I don't know. These are the things that heighten the tension in the southeast.
All right, that's the Vanguard newspaper this morning, and I think okay, this is the last paper we are going to look at today. This is this day. This day, that's the paper we are going to look at today, and this day has a big caption. It says, it's Igbo's turn to produce president in 2023. Afenifere, MBF, Pandef insists. It is Igbo's turn to produce president in 2023. Afenifere, MBF, Pandef insists. With a rather here, declare Yoruba's presidential bid inelegant. Say unfortunate, Jonathan allowed himself to be disgraced. I think this is according to Pa Ayo Adebanjo yesterday. While speaking at the forum in Abuja, he called on every other group in Nigeria to support the Southeast. And in fact, he said he has personally told Tinubu to allow the Southeast to produce the president. So, your take?
I mean, the time is right. And naturally, there should be fairness. And if you are preaching unity and oneness of Nigeria, you must also recognize that no region should be sustained. that if no Nigerian is more Nigerian than any Nigerian, we all have contributed to the development and sustenance of this country. And if you sustain the Southeast now that it has become a public outcry, it goes to show that indeed you are taking us for granted. So both the Hausa, both the Yorubas, this is the time to support the Southeast. The Southeast has given support to the Hausas and Yorubas when it was their time to, produce the president. And now I think they should reciprocate that gesture and do the right thing.
All right, so let's have your final take now.
Yes, you mentioned Pandef. You mentioned one other MBF, Pandef, yes. These are people who have conscience. These are people who have conscience. I have to thank them immensely for speaking out that at least it is the turn of the Igbo man. You understand? So, if people from this, yes, people who have conscience, if people from other groupings, from other regions, other ethnic regions, they can speak out. That is the issue now. That is the issue. So what is important is for the Igbo man to really come out and let all and sundry support him. These other people you have mentioned now, Wike, Amechi, they are from South. They have taken their own turn. And what makes me very sad, oftentimes, these people who are also angling to become president have occupied better positions in the past and they have never used it to help the society. You understand? And still they want to come back. You now find somebody who had been a governor. At the end of the day, he goes for Senate. He goes for House of Rep. What is he going there to do? After 8 years, are there no younger men? Are there no other persons in this country? So these things are not good. Okay. These are not good. Thank you very much.
This is where we are going to call it a quit today. I'm sure we've been able to touch most of the key stories that happened today. And I want to thank everybody here. They will know. I want to appreciate the again. Here, Igbo presidency. This time around.
Okorocha was ezigbo mmadụ ọ ga-aga ezigbo mmadụ ka na Okorocha ezigbo mmadụ. Yes, presidential.
All right, that's the beauty of democracy. People have their views and hold on to them. All right, on this note, we've come to the end of the program. We want to thank you for watching. Tomorrow we'll be at another vendor corner for another edition of the program. I'm your regular anchor, Akobidima, and I say, yeah, before I leave, I want to appreciate our beautiful vendor here. Come over this way. Yeah, come over this way. That's our beautiful vendor here. Tell us, what is your name?
My name is Mrs. Chinwenda Noru.
Mrs. Chinwenda Noru. How long have you been doing this business?
It's up to 10 years.
10? Wow, that's beautiful. All right, so kudos to you, and we appreciate, all right? Okay, so from time to time, we'll be coming around to do the program. So thank you. All right. Okay, tell us your name, sir.
Chigozie Igbo. Chigozie Igbo. That is why I stand very strongly that the Igbo man has to be the president. Igbo, everything, DNA, everything, yes.
There's another man who was also talking to us. Tell us your name.
I'm Mr. Tony.
Mr. Tony?
Yeah.
All right, you do business here also?
Yeah, of course.
Good. All right, so we'll see you guys next time we'll come around. Okay, keep watching Universal Heritage Television Naija, and please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Universal Heritage TV Naija. And you can also go to our website www.UHTvNaija.com to watch our past editions. And when you subscribe, you'll also be getting our future recordings and programs. Thank you for watching. Bye.